It's Ellen McCauley in Syracuse talking about Lent. Lent is a time of unselfish sacrifice. And I heard it at work yesterday. I heard it around the water cooler. There's no water cooler, but you know how you always say that. You know, people are like, where's that water cooler? There isn't one, but you know what I mean. Like, what you doing for Lent? What you giving up? Candy. Oh, I couldn't give up candy. Oh, I'm giving up alcohol. Alcohol? I couldn't give that up. But how about, you know, and I'm just thinking, you know, I'm not judging. I've been there where you think, okay, I'm giving up snacks before meal, boom, done. There's Lent, did it. Lent, snacks between meals. What about confession? What about going to church? What about what are we going to do to show Christ that we see Him in all these different people in our lives? We need to give up things like our pride, our selfishness, our ego, our anger, our greed. Tuesday night, Lenten Eve. I'm at West Genesee High School. Packed house. All the choruses, West Genesee Middle, Camillus Middle, the high school. The whole place is packed because all the choruses are up there. You know, they were up there to sing. They were singing. You wouldn't really know it because everyone was talking. And here's the worst part. They were watching the SU basketball game on their phone during the concert. And this is Lenten Eve when I've already written out my whole thing. Oh, I'm going to be a better person. I'm going to be more understanding. I'm going to see Christ in everybody. And I got my black book. You don't believe me? I mean, I carried this black book around me. I got it right in here. I'll show you later. I have a whole plan. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be annoyed. I'm not going to be annoyed. Okay, they're talking, so what? I can still enjoy it. I can still enjoy it. Doesn't my son have a solo? He gets up there to the microphone, and the two ladies in front of me are like, yakety yak yak yak, oh my gosh, look how bad we're doing. And I wanted to go, shut up, that's my son. And then I didn't. I'm like, peace of Christ, peace of Christ. And the people behind me were talking about yoga. And they go, do you go to Pine Grove for yoga? And I'm like, my son's singing, you're talking about yoga. It is so easy to write in that black book. It is so easy to say, I'm going to see Christ in everyone. But I was good on the outside. I got a lot more work to do in here. And that's what Lent is all about. We need to see Christ in the annoying people watching the SU game during the concert. We need to see Him no matter where we are, and that ain't easy. But are we willing to forgive and offer our hand of friendship to our enemies and those who have sinned against us? Are we sensitive to the needs of those around us? And even I told a couple of people about it. They go, what'd you say to them? I go, I didn't say anything. They go, you didn't tap them on the shoulder and go, shh. I wanted to, but again, I had written in the black book. We need to be sensitive to everyone. I'm sure those people around me are lovely, lovely people. Let it go. But tonight, there's a band concert, and the band plays so loud that you don't even notice everyone talking around. This next article is very good. Lent, diet, exercise, and cold showers. I did it last year. I love this article because this fellow talks about sacrifice isn't sacrifice unless it hurts a little bit. Don't give up asparagus for Lent. I gave up asparagus. I gave up exercise. I thought maybe I'd go 40 days and not do any exercise. You gotta give up or do something that hurts a little bit. You have to have what he calls here a 40-day spiritual workout. And that's what I think I was trying to do Tuesday night. I think Satan tried to get me Tuesday. It's like, oh, Evelyn's got her little back book all written out. Let's just see. Oh, that's one of her triggers, people talking. Let's see what she does. And I'm deep cleansing breaths. I can do this. We need to give ourselves rewards. So you don't have that donut at work. And someone was laughing about the black book because the first day on Tuesday, Mardi Gras, I talked about the Polish treat. John, you might know how to pronounce this. Pashkis. Am I saying it right? What it is dough with jelly in the middle. Sounds an awful lot like what, Al? A jelly donut? That's what we're supposed to eat on the day before Ash Wednesday. And I said, a jelly donut sounds pretty good to me right about now. But the thing is, when you pass up the jelly donut, it's a spiritual push-up. Did it for you, Jesus. Yep, doing it. And we have to think of the things. This fellow wanted to lose some weight. He wanted to exercise. He wanted to keep going with different things spiritually. And he says, this is my favorite line, I live in such a time of peace and prosperity that without conscious effort, I will find myself becoming overweight. Isn't it true? Without conscious effort, all of us, we didn't gain weight because we just said, hey, I think my goal is to weigh 300 pounds, so I think I'll do that. We gain weight because we live in this time. You have to start somewhere. So how about starting for Lent? I can do anything for 40 days if I know I don't have to do it for a lifetime. You can say to yourself, you know what? I'm not going to have pizza for 40 days. After Lent, I'll have some pizza. And you know what you find? You have less. One person went away for 2 weeks. A lot of parties, family reunions, get-togethers. She said, I don't know how I did, because she pays attention and doesn't weigh herself. She lost weight because even though she had a few extras, you're not the same as you used to be. So what is a proper diet for Lent? Jesus fasted for 40 days. He went into the desert, he prayed, he fasted. I don't recommend that to anyone, because we're up, we're at 'em, we're at work. We really cannot fast for 40 days. But what we can do is abstain from certain things. Some people abstain from meat the whole 40 days. Some people become vegan for 40 days, or vegetarian, or do the Daniel diet. You know, what does the Catholic Church say? Well, I don't know. I think the Catholic Church has gotten awful easy, because they call fasting 2 small meals and 1 big meal. To me, what? That's fasting? You know, if that's what you want to call fasting, that's okay. But to me, fasting is not eating. I don't know. Maybe people disagree with me. I don't think everyone should not eat, though. So if you need food for strength, or you're worried about your health, 2 small meals and 1 large meal might be for you. But if you can miss a meal for Christ, Good Friday, Ash Wednesday, and survive, which I think, I don't know about you guys, but I think all of us could miss 1 meal and survive. I'm not saying that some of you might need it for your blood sugar, not those people. But Lent diet, which I've said, start and discuss in your small group. No chocolate, no cakes, no cookies, no soda. Nothing made from sugar, no sweetbreads, pastries, candy. No luxury foods, lobster, smoked salmon, alcohol, ice cream. Do I need to read this again? I personally think that would be wonderful to do during Lent. I think it would be wonderful. I don't think that's impossible, especially to ask someone who's in a weight loss group besides to do those things. Awful quiet in here. It's awful quiet. Because I hit you where you live, right? No chocolate, no cakes, no cookies, no soda, nothing made from sugar, no sweetbreads. We'll talk about that. What's wrong with a vegetarian diet, with vegetables, fruits? One person said, Ellen, I've been eating those sugar snap peas. I haven't eaten them since I was a kid. They're great. And they are great. Get a little hummus, have a little snap peas. It's a lot less guilty than eating a big honker Snickers bar. Fish on Friday. Again, people are going to say, oh, Ellen, you were tough at that Lenten thing. But I don't think having a honker piece of fried fish in a roll with tartar sauce and coleslaw and fries, I don't think Jesus is up there going, thank you for your sacrifice. Praise, praise, praise Jesus for my sacrifice. I had the honker fish. I don't think he's saying that. Or Red Lobster. You go to Red Lobster lobster on a Friday during Lent. Oh, it's Friday in Lent. Just give me the lobster tail. Make sure I have extra butter. Jesus is up there going, thank you for the lobster tail. You didn't eat meat. That's so great. I think you got to feel it. You need to make a personal sacrifice and use this time to make yourself a better person. I'm stopping right there, Bob.